The squirrel was magic!
Sup? Welcome to Heckles Horror. As always, I'm your host, TJ. New episode. This is episode 7, I believe, so we're getting closer and closer to the 10th episode. Yeah, what does it matter? Oh, before I even go on, we have a special guest tonight in the house. We have Mr. Brandon Pruitt himself. He's going to be, well, you can't see him, but he'll be. I
am here, ladies and gentlemen.
He'll be sprinkling in his shitty comments throughout the episode. So
damn straight I will.
So be on the listen out for that. So yeah, like I said, episode 7, Heckles and Horror, brand new episode. Getting closer and closer to the 10th episode. I'm trying to plan something big for the 10th episode. If anybody has any suggestions for things they might want to see on the big 10th episode special, put them in the comments, let me know, or email the network, or message me on Facebook, or whatever you want to do, whatever it takes to get your ideas to me, because I want to make the 10th episode special for everybody that watches. So yeah, first and foremost, as always, cinematic reality. We are down to 5 days? Less than 5 days left in our Indiegogo campaign. And just, was it a day or two ago? A day or two ago, Brandon added a new perk. The new perk is, I actually have it right here. Yeah, it's the featured backer perk. And what is included in this is, you get the special edition DVD Blu-ray combo of Cinematic Reality. So that means whenever we get the movie finished, people who buy this people who buy this perk get a special edition DVD Blu-ray before anybody else does, before the movie is ever pressed up officially for wide release. You get a special edition DVD Blu-ray combo. It's going to have all kinds of special stuff like behind the scenes stuff, interviews, things like that. It's going to be a really cool thing to have. Also, in the featured backer combo, we also have, there's actually 4 perks in one. So not only do you get the DVD combo pack, you get also a special thanks credit. So at the end of the movie, in the credits, you get a special thanks for contributing to the Indiegogo. You get a signed script. The script will be we'll print them out, and then cast and crew, everybody will sign one. You get one of those. The DVD Blu-ray combo, like I said, and 11x17 cinematic reality poster, which is being done by our good friend Matt Gordon. He actually did our promo poster for it, what, a year or two ago?
2 years ago.
It's been about 2 years ago now. He did a really cool, man, I wanted to fucking bring it. I promise I'll bring it next time. But, he did a really cool promo poster for us, 11x17. It was all hand-drawn with a truck outside of a convenience store. And it's just a really, really cool poster. He was gracious enough to do that for us, and he's going to be doing another one for us. And that is the new 11x17 poster that's going to be sent out with all of these perks. And then you also, in addition to all of that, you also get a disposable camera. And what the disposable camera is we... anybody who gets this perk, or anybody that gets the disposable camera perk, we are going to, before each week, or before production starts, we're going to buy a bunch of disposable cameras, divvy them out amongst the cast and crew. Everybody's going to take pictures, whatever pictures they want, selfies, whatever they want, whatever the pictures they want. And we'll send you the camera, and you will have one-of-a-kind cinematic reality BTS photos for your enjoyment. And that's going to be a one-of-a-kind thing. No camera is going to be the same. Every camera that is sent out is going to be different, because it's going to be given to different people, and they're going to be able to do whatever they want with it. So that's going to be a really cool one. So yeah, like I said, we have just under 5 days left of our Indiegogo. We are still raising funds. We are at, last I checked, we were at $1,450. I think 36% funded, I believe. Yeah, 35, I think. So yeah, if you can, please contribute. If you can't, that's fine too, but please like and share, and follow along with all of the pre-production that we're going through. Throughout production, we'll be posting updates and pictures and videos and stuff throughout production, and then all of the post-production stuff, like after the film is wrapped, we'll be posting things like when you can expect the DVD to come out, what part of the process we are in post-production, and how much further we have to go before the film is absolutely completely finished. So like and share, like the Facebook page, check out the Indiegogo if you can, contribute if you can, but the biggest thing, most important thing is please like and share, because that alone is going to help us a lot in the long run. So, and any like and share, we always really appreciate it. So, alright, so that was my cinematic reality plug for the week. Next up, anybody, I don't know who all watches this show, but anybody who knows me personally knows that we're in the Cincinnati area. That's where we're at. And I'm sure that you've heard of Horror Hound. Horror Hound is actually coming up this coming weekend, the weekend of the 23rd to the 25th. Horror Hound it's a big convention that we always do here. It's usually in Sharonville, the Sharonville Convention Center. And I know that they go to Indianapolis and Louisville and all kinds of other places. But yeah, the Horror Hound weekend starts this Friday at 5. If you've never been to a convention, I highly recommend it, because conventions are always a good time. We normally try to either vend or we'll try to go as fans, but this year we're not vending. I know I'm going to try to go either Saturday or Sunday. Well, actually, it'll probably have to be Sunday, because I think Saturday tickets are sold out. I know Roman is going Saturday. Are you planning on going?
If they're sold out, no.
Well, Saturday's sold out, but Sunday's still available.
Sunday I'm going to read lines with Cliff.
Oh, well, Brandon's not going either, because he's going to read lines for Cinematic Reality with one of our leads, Cliff Scantlin. So yeah, Horror Hound this year, I was checking out the lineup earlier today, and the lineup for it, they've got a really pretty good lineup this year. The last couple of years I've been a little bit disappointed with the lineup, but this year they did a really good job on the lineup this year. This year you can expect to see the Soska sisters, Jen and Sylvia, Ron Perlman from Sons of Anarchy, Hellboy, Brad and Fiona Dourif. Brad Dourif is, of course, the voice of Chucky, and Fiona, his daughter, played, I can't remember her name, and whatever her name was that Curse of Chucky? Yeah, Curse. Yeah, Curse and Cult. Whatever her name was in that. She's in Curse and Cult of Chucky. They have a few Stranger Things characters. I know Gaten Matarazzo, I guess that's how you say his name. I know he's going to be there. The teacher, I can't remember the teacher's name from Stranger Things, but the science teacher that they always go to for advice, he's going to be there. I know that an actor that plays one of the Demigorgons in the show, he's going to be there as well. Bunch of Walking Dead actors. Horror Hound is always really good about getting not Horror Hound. Horror Hound is always really good about getting. I see you over there, Brandon. Is always really good about getting Walking Dead actors. I know that Chandler Riggs is going to be there. Michael Rooker is going to be there. There's a ton of them there. I can't even think of all of them. I know the guy who plays the King. I can't think of his name, but King whatever his face is. He's going to be there. Handful of other ones. A bunch of Walking Dead people. One of the reasons I want to go to Horror Hound this year is because I have a poster at home. It's a Walking Dead poster, and even though I'm severely disappointed with the show as of late, I have a poster at home. It's a big 24 by 36, and it's got so far I think I've got 4 or 5 people from the show. Got all of their autographs on it, and so if I do end up going to Horror Hound, I know that I want to get at least a couple Walking Dead people to sign my poster. Also, I definitely want to meet the Soskas, because I've never met them before, but I know Brandon has, and they seem like great people, and I've always wanted to meet them. They don't really get to do conventions that often, because they're busy as shit doing everything that they do.
They're pretty awesome.
That's what I hear, man. I hear the Soskas are super cool, man. But yeah, I know that they're definitely on the top of my list for if I manage to make it this weekend. Also, another thing, the special thing that's going on this weekend is our friend Jack Norman. A couple years ago, he was involved with a film by a production company called Fuzz on the Lens, and it's a movie called Abnormal Attraction. And from what I understand, I haven't seen the movie, but from what I understand, the movie is basically just a bunch. I guess it's kind of like an Alcoholics Anonymous type meeting or something, but they have all of these monsters, and I don't know exactly what they do. I haven't seen the movie, like I said. I don't really know much about it, but I know that Jack makes an appearance as the Wicked One from Tori Jones's film of the same name that we produced back in 2016. Jack makes an appearance as the Wicked One, and he also has a role as a Sasquatch-like character, like Bigfoot or something. I remember when he did the movie, and he sent us pictures of him in his whole Sasquatch getup. It looked really good. They did a really good job on the costume and all the makeup and everything. But yeah. Anyway, what I was saying is, special thing about this Horror Hound is, after however many years it's been since this movie has wrapped and they finished it, it's finally premiering at Horror Hound. So Fuzz on the Lens will be in attendance, I'm sure. I know Jack is going. I know Tori Jones is going to support Jack, because, I mean, like I said, he appeared in the movie as the Wicked One. I believe Tori's going to be there. A bunch of other people. I remember when Jack was making it, it seemed like it was a really fun project to work on, and I'm excited to see it myself. I don't know if I'll get to see it at Horror Hound or not, because like I said, I don't even know for sure if I'm going, but if I do, it'll be on Sunday, and I think the movie itself is showing on Saturday, if I remember right. But, so yeah, if you're at Horror Hound, be sure to be on the lookout for Jack. You can't miss him. He's that big, ugly, bearded bitch. Beard down to here, and he's a huge douchebag, so be on the lookout for him.
He's a birch cake.
Yeah, be sure to call him Birch Cake, too. He'll love it. He'll understand what it means. Tell him TJ sent you. So yeah, other than that, I mean, if you've never been to a convention, either Horror Hound, Days of the Dead, anything like that, conventions are always a super, super good time. You can find everything there. I'd say probably 80% of... I have a huge t-shirt collection. That's what I collect. I collect, like, horror movie t-shirts. And I'd say probably 80% of my t-shirts I have gotten from conventions. You can always find gold there. You can always find awesome t-shirts. Everything else you can find there. I actually got this Halloween pillow there from Season of the Witch. I got this pillow there from a company called Horror Decor, which they're super cool too. If you're ever at a convention and you see a Horror Decor booth, check them out, because they've got awesome stuff like these pillows, all kinds of home decor. It's all horror themed. They got some really cool stuff. I don't know if you remember, a couple weeks ago on an episode, I was talking about a movie called Unlucky Charms. And I had that really cool cereal box with the movie inside of it, the Unlucky Charms cereal box. I got that at a convention. I can't remember if it was Horror Hound or Days of the Dead, but I did get it at a convention. But, I mean, that's the point that I'm trying to make. You can find really cool, awesome stuff like that at these conventions. And everybody's super awesome. Everybody's super cool, super nice, easy, fun to talk to. It's just a really cool environment to be in. And not to mention the after parties. They have after parties on usually Friday and Saturday. Those are always a good time. People just hanging out, drinking, having a good time with each other. If you're in the filmmaking business, conventions are a very, very, very good way to network with other local filmmakers, because you have everybody that shows. I know Sean Burkett is going to, I think he's making an appearance at Horror Hound. He's not vending, but he is going to be there passing out flyers for his upcoming Don't Fuck in the Woods 2, which we are also producing. He'll be there, but I mean, that's the point that I'm trying to make, that all of these local filmmakers, they all go to these conventions. Not only local filmmakers, but just filmmakers in general go to these conventions, and it's an excellent place to network with these people and get to know people and make connections and things like that. So, and even if you just go as a fan, just going as a fan, they're just a serious blast. I could go there and spend hours just walking around, and if I had the money, I could spend thousands and thousands of dollars at horror conventions. I have a problem. I know Brandon does too. We all do. Like, we have a serious problem when it comes to going to conventions and spending money. Because it's easy to do, and there's so much cool shit to buy. Like, oh man, I just love conventions. And it's actually been a really long time since I've been to one. I can't remember the last time that I went to, I want to say Days of the Dead in, like, Indianapolis. Like a couple years ago. I think that was the last one that I went to. But yeah, conventions are awesome. And if you're watching the show and you didn't know about it, like I said, it's this weekend, March 23rd to the 25th. I haven't even been paying attention to... You're a dick. I want to see your show get canceled. Fuck you, Brandon.
I didn't want to say it out loud.
I like how I was late to the latest show ever. Not too late, so I'm good. Yeah, we ran a little bit late, like always. Brooklyn Ewing. Oh, Brooklyn Ewing. She said the She Was So Pretty 2 crew will be there. Our screening is at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. Free donuts and prizes. Brooklyn Ewing is I believe she's the director of a film that came out a couple years ago called She Was So Pretty. I saw it at... I believe it was Days of the Dead in Louisville. I apologize if I'm wrong for that, Brooklyn, but I believe it was Days of the Dead in Louisville. I actually bought a copy because I liked it so much. Bought a copy of it, and she said that they recently wrapped on the sequel sometime last year, mid last year, late last year sometime. The sequel, that was She Was So Pretty too. She said that the crew will be there, and their screening is at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. So if you're there on Saturday morning, be sure to check out She Was So Pretty too. I believe, was Erin in that? Did she have a small role in that? Well, I'm not going to say anything. But yeah, check out She Was So Pretty too. Saturday morning at 10 a.m. That's when their screening's going to be. Cast and crew's going to be there. And see, then that's exactly the point that I was making earlier. All these filmmakers are going to be there, so show your support. Show support to the local filmmakers. Be sure to be on the lookout for Jack Norman. Be on the lookout for Sean Burkett. Be on the lookout for, like I said, I believe Tori Jones is going to be there, so be on the lookout for him. Brooklyn Ewing. Brooklyn, are you going to be there, or is it just going to be your crew?
Roman Jossart.
Yeah, Roman, our partner is going to be there. Roman Jossart, he'll be there. I know he's going to be there Saturday. He'll be passing out, as far as I know, he's going to be passing out flyers for Cinematic Reality, try to build some hype for that. And like I said, Sean Burkett will be there passing out flyers for Don't Fuck. Brooklyn's crew is going to be there with her crew to show She Was So Pretty too, and that's just the tip of the iceberg too. Like, there are so many other people that are going to be there. Like, I can't even think of all of them. I also wanted to say, I know that Danielle is watching, and that she's a huge fan of Trauma. Lloyd Kaufman of Tromaville fame will be there. He usually does a lot of conventions, so yeah, he'll be there. Obviously, because like I said, he's always at conventions. Oh, Tori, you're welcome, man. Give you a little bit of shout out. Tori, can you confirm whether you're going to be at Horror Hound or not? I said I wasn't sure, but I think you are. But if you could just confirm, I'll let people know, man. So yeah, Horror Hound this weekend. Be on the lookout for all of these people. If you see any of them, go up and say hi to them, because a lot of these people are really, really cool, really easy to talk to, and they just want to, they'll talk to you about anything, really. Show some support. Buy DVDs, buy people's DVDs, support indie horror, support indie film in general, indie art in general, really. We all really appreciate your support, so. Alright, so, moving on. Oh, shit.
Correct.
So Brooklyn confirmed that she will be there.
Correct.
Yeah, and Tori Jones will be there on Saturday with Jessica Bloom, who played the... I don't want to give too much away. Who played the title character... I'll say that. Played the title character in Tori's upcoming film, Angel. So yeah, be on the lookout for Tori on Saturday with Jessica in full angel costume, full angel getup. Be on the lookout for them. Brooklyn, Lloyd Kaufman. I know Danielle's getting excited now. Trauma Lloyd. So yeah, it all starts this weekend, Friday at, I believe, 5 p.m. and then it runs until Sunday at, I think, like 7 or 8 or something like that. But yeah, it's a good time. If you plan on going, it wouldn't be, is it 5? On 5 on Friday to 5 on Sunday. Just check out the website. You can go to, I think it's horrorhoundweekend.com, or just Google Horror Hound. You can find it. Find all the times. You can buy your tickets there. Like I said, I believe Saturday is sold out, but Friday and Sunday tickets are still available. So if you plan on going,
Weekend passes are available still too.
Weekend passes are available too. Weekend passes are available too. So if you plan on going, you could probably, since Saturday only passes are sold out, if you buy the weekend pass, you could probably still get in on Saturday. I would assume that's how how that works. Yeah. So I'm not sure on prices. Just check the website. Check out Horror Hound's website, and yeah, go to Horror Hound because it's the shit. All right. So moving on. I wore a special t-shirt tonight. I wore a Halloween t-shirt. I brought my special pillow, my Halloween pillow that I got from Horror Decor. Plug them a little bit more. I'm sure you probably have heard that there is a new upcoming addition to the Halloween franchise. It's a new Halloween, executive produced by John Carpenter himself. It's being produced by Blumhouse, which they're an excellent production company. I don't think I've ever seen anything from them that I have not liked. It was written by Danny McBride. I'm sure that you recognize him from Tropic Thunder. What's that show on HBO? Eastbound and Down. That's what I was thinking of. Eastbound and Down. He's a hilarious guy. He's probably one of my favorite comedic actors. He's always hilarious. Plays a huge douchebag really well. And bringing him on board to write it, really, really surprised me from the beginning. But it's him, and he's co-writing it with David Gordon Green, who's also directing the movie. But to bring Danny McBride on as a writer, that really, really surprised me, because I'm so used to seeing him play like douchey comedic characters. And like, if you haven't seen Eastbound and Down, which I haven't seen much of it, I've only seen, I think, maybe the first season, but to watch that show and then to picture him writing a serious horror movie, like especially something as important as Halloween is, like, it really kind of blew my mind a little bit. But apparently he's a huge fan of the series. He's a huge fan of the franchise, a huge fan of the movies. So hopefully he does it well. Hopefully he performs well, and hopefully him and David Green were able to write a good script. Some really cool things about this new Halloween. They're bringing back the original The Shape, Nick Castle, who will be reprising his role as, like I said, The Shape, Michael Myers. They're bringing back Jamie Lee Curtis from the very first one, Laurie Strode. She was also in H2O. Were those the only two?
She's the second one.
Oh, she was in the second one too. So Halloween, the very first Halloween, Halloween 2, and then she was also in H2O with Josh Hartnett, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they're bringing both Nick Castle and Jamie Lee Curtis back to have one final showdown. I don't know if it'll be a final showdown, because I mean, Michael Myers can't die. But another showdown 40 years later. From what I understand, it's going to be a direct sequel from the very first Halloween, and they're, I guess, basically pretty much totally disregarding all of the other following sequels. But I read something earlier today, an interview with Danny McBride, that even though they are disregarding all of the other sequels, they are there's going to be a lot of throwbacks, like a lot of references and stuff. Like they're not going to come out and say, "Oh yeah, this happened in this movie," but there will be a lot of references. I'm assuming there's going to be Easter eggs, so be on the lookout for that. But like I said, John Carpenter is back to executive produce, and I guess he's in charge. And they started filming in January, and I believe they wrapped in February, and it's all wrapped and it's finished. So I assume that John Carpenter is happy with the way that it turned out. But that comes out. Hold on. And maybe Roman, you missed your shout out. Oh hell yeah, Halloween talk. Hey, Tori is the biggest fan of Halloween that I've ever met. So of course he's excited. Well, Jack too. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a toss up between Tori and Jack. I don't know who's on Michael Myers nuts more. Always do. He was good in New Alien. Oh, yeah, that's right. Danny McBride was in the new Alien movie, too. I completely forgot it. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of the new Alien movie, and Mr. Preview's over here. He's voicing his opinion. He hated it, too. There's a surprise. Exactly. But yeah, Danny McBride was in the new Alien movie too, which I completely forgot about that. Which he was, even though I wasn't a huge fan of the new Alien movie, Danny McBride was pretty good in it. He references Halloween and lots of other horror things in Eastbound and Down. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Like I said, Roman, I've only seen the first episode, not the first episode, the first season, I mean. And there really are like a lot of horror and like Halloween references and stuff. So, I mean, obviously he's always been a huge fan of the franchise. So, like I said, hopefully he was able to deliver in a good script that will that will do the original film justice. Let's say that. Jack's on. Yeah, I like I said, Roman. It's close. It's either Jack or Tori. Roman said that Jack is on. Jack is on Mike Myers nuts more. So there you have it, folks. You heard it here first.
Gotta hold my comments.
Apparently Brandon has something to say, but he's going to hold his comments. Danielle, I don't know, Danielle. Have you even seen the new one? Because it's really not that great. Like, I like all of the other Alien movies. I really do. But the new one just was not very good.
Both
like
the new ones, like the
Prometheus?
yeah, Prometheus. Yeah. I'm not really. I didn't really care for either one of them, to be honest. But yeah, if you haven't seen the new one, Danielle, I have a feeling that you'd probably be pretty disappointed because I know I was.
I'm gonna be quiet.
So anyway, but like I was saying, back to Halloween. That comes out this year in October. What other month would they release it? Comes out in October. I've seen like small little behind the scenes. I know that I guess Blumhouse, somebody leaked a behind the scenes photo of Nick Castle in the full Michael Myers getup, right on the street, Laurie Strode's house street, whatever the street name is, I don't know. But I know that there was a picture that was floating around of Nick Castle in the getup. Yeah, it's full of story, douche. I love it all. Prometheus was awesome. Roman said no one ever. Yeah, Danielle, I think you're in the minority here because Prometheus was terrible. Prometheus was terrible, and the new Alien was
I waited
even worse.
5 years for that to come out. It was just, I went to the theater. It was just absolute disappointment.
Did you walk out?
No, I
Oh.
stayed, but I was
Oh.
like, oh.
Didn't you
God.
just recently walk out of a movie?
I've never walked out.
Oh, really? For some reason, I thought you
I
did.
said if I didn't pay for Tusk, I would have walked out.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, yeah, that's right. Because I think last week or the week before we were talking about Kevin Smith in his movie Tusk, and Brandon said that if he wouldn't have paid to see the movie, he would have walked out of it. I haven't seen Tusk, so I can't really say anything. But it just seemed like a really weird movie to me. Actually, I don't think I've ever walked out of a movie either. Come to think of it, yeah. I've seen people walk out.
I even saw, I know, the Lindsay Lohan movie,
I Know Who Killed
I
Me
Know
or
Who Killed
whatever.
Me in the theater. And
Did you?
people did walk out of that.
I've only seen that movie one time. I don't even remember if I liked it
I
or
got
not.
free passes, and I went, and we were sitting there like halfway through. People just start getting up and walking out.
Well, it's Lindsay Lohan. What do you expect? Nobody wants to see that washed up nobody. I fully enjoyed May, and nobody likes that movie. I don't think I've ever even seen May, to be honest. If we agree with Brandon, it sucks. That's how you know. Yeah, that's true. Roman is right there. If me and Roman manage to agree with Brandon that a movie sucks, then the movie is fucking garbage. It's garbage. Valid point, Roman.
Yes.
So yeah, Danielle, I'm sorry, but you are in the minority. So yeah, like I said, the new Halloween, it's going to be supposed to be a direct sequel to the original. They're totally disregarding everything else. I'm curious to see what is going to happen, because like I said, this is 40 years later. I can't wait to see a reunion between Jamie Lee Curtis, because it's been, when did H2O come? Well, it was 20 years ago. It's been 20 years since H2O's came out. So it's been 20 years since we've even seen a Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers go head-to-head. So another 20 years has passed. Altogether, we're 40 years from the first one. I'm curious to see. I can't wait to see a Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers go head-to-head again.
I wonder if the shape will be in a walker and she'll walk out and be like, "Here, have some Activia."
Activia.
It keeps
Yeah.
it regular.
Yeah, and then Michael Myers and Jamie Lee Curtis will be shitting through the whole movie.
They skip down.
Yeah, they skip down the road trying to find a toilet to go shit.
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah, I would pay to just see that. It's like, how long's this movie? 5 minutes, they eat Activia and then shit everywhere. Movie's over. Love it. It's genius.
It'd be big in Germany.
It's reviews approved.
Yeah, prove yous approved. God. So yeah, we have they released a small, I think it's like a minute-long, 50-second teaser trailer for the new Halloween. We're going to go ahead and play that real quick. It doesn't really show much. All it is just a jack-o'-lantern, and then the title card comes up, I believe. But I mean, it doesn't really show anything, but it's still something really cool to check out. So we'll go ahead and play that. Like I said, it's only like a minute long, give or take. So we'll play that, and then we will move on to our next segment. So here we go with the new Halloween teaser trailer.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips. What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
All right, so that was the teaser for the new Halloween. Me and Brandon we were just talking right now, like as the trailer was playing, we had the microphone off, but we were just talking that as great as this is, like we should have just winged it tonight. I should have just had Brandon on the show because he's here hanging out tonight. Should have just threw him on the show and we should have just winged it. I should have just saved all this stuff for next week's episode, and me and him just get on here and just talking bullshit about stuff. But he is definitely going to be on an episode, hopefully here within the next few weeks. Hopefully we can figure something out. I don't know what our episode will be about. Like I said, it'll probably just be us sitting here winging, talking about Activia and shitting. So be on the lookout for that, because that's going to be a good time. Lucky McKee or whatever, May was good to me, but she was making a human Frankenstein doll. Is that the premise of May? Because I don't think I've ever seen that movie. I showed up last minute. Yeah, Brandon showed up last minute. Otherwise, I would have thrown him on the episode. Why do so many movies use that damn Sandman song? Low-key a huge pet peeve of mine. It lost its creep factor. Honestly, to tell you the truth, the only movie that I can think of that has used the Mr. Sandman song has been Halloween. Is there another one? Yeah, I mean, it's not. I don't really see it as creepy either. And like I said, the only movie that I can think of is Halloween that has ever used the Mr. Sandman song. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It just plays to that's what it's always been. It's always been Halloween related. So, or the movie Halloween. That's what I've always, every time I hear that song, I always think Halloween. And because they can, that's why. That's all you need to know. Alright, so that's my Halloween talk. Be on the lookout for that. October of 2018. It's coming here within the next however many months that is in October. I'm excited for it. I know a lot of old school fans are excited for it. I know Tori's excited for it. It's in Back to the Future.
Oh, wow. A movie made before 19...
Yeah,
like,
I was going to say.
I need that Roman
yeah,
scene.
how do you know that, Roman? You refused to watch anything before, like, 1990. That really surprises me that you know that the Sandman song is in Back to the Future. But kudos to you for knowing that. Kudos, little buddy. All right, so October 2018, new Halloween. Be on the lookout for it. It's coming to a theater near you. So, yeah. All right, so moving on. A few weeks ago, a few weeks ago, however long it's been, shut your mouth. We started a Kill of the Week segment, and I've really started to like this segment because I love like going through, finding things online and just looking up awesome kills or remembering cool kills from movies that I've seen over the years and remembering them and be like, oh man, that'd be great for Kill of the Week. Oh, it's going to be awesome for Kill of the Week. The only thing that sucks about Kill of the Week is because all of this stuff is copyrighted. It gets progressively harder to find good quality videos online. I mean, I've managed to do it. I mean, I still manage to find them, like YouTube videos and stuff, but it does get pretty hard because I know that before I picked the one tonight, I had another kill it was actually from the same show that I wanted to showcase, but I couldn't find a video for it because all of them were shut down or unavailable in your country or shut down because of copyright infringement, things like that. So, I mean, that really does suck because I really like this segment so much, but luckily I found a kill for this week's episode that is just as good as the kill that I originally wanted. The kill for this week is from, I've talked about it before, and I'm a huge fan of it, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to talk about it again because I'll get to it. But the kill that I picked for this week is from Ash vs. Evil Dead. Hell yeah. Kill from Ash vs. Evil Dead. They're currently in their third season. Third season is, I think they're in they just aired their fourth episode this week. So fifth episode will be coming up later this week. When does that show come on? Is it Sundays?
Sunday nights.
Yeah, Sunday night. So
I've not seen this Sundays, though.
Oh, man, it was good. Did you see the Sperm Bank episode?
Yeah.
Because I'm about to talk about it. Oh, yes.
I love that his dad came back.
Oh, man, I do too, man. Lee Majors is great as Ash's dad. Oh, my God. But, so anyway, the kill that I chose for this week is from Ash vs. Evil Dead. It's from the second season. Ash vs. Evil Dead, like I said, I'm going to talk about it again, but we will show the kill of the week first, so we'll go ahead and do that. It's only a couple minutes long, but it's pretty awesome. Danielle, watch, because I know you haven't seen any of Ash vs. Evil Dead yet, so this is just a little glimpse of the awesomeness and craziness that you've been missing out on, so pay attention, goddammit. Here's the kill of the week.
Do you want to know a secret?
I'd rather you not talk, but sure.
I fucking hate dirty old men.
What?
Don't you want me anymore, Daddy?
Holy shit! Ash?
Hiya, Pop. Got room for a threesome?
Oh, shit!
I'm warning you. I like your breath.
Dirty girl, Amber. Believe it or not, Dad, this is my day job. Holy shit.
So yeah, that was the kill of the week. That was from Ash vs. Evil Dead. Danielle, that's what you've been missing out on. And that was tame compared to some of the other crazy shit that they do in that show. So, but even so, tame or not, it was just an awesome kill. Like we were talking before we cut to the video, that Lee Majors plays Ash's dad in the show, and he's fantastic. Lee Majors is fantastic as Brock Williams. They could not have chosen a better person to play that role. Him and Ash, the dynamic that they have is just solid gold throughout. Every interaction that they have in the show is just solid gold. I'm not missing him. Oh, Justin's here. My cousin Justin's here. Welcome to the show, Justin. You missed last week. Last week, Justin, I chose a more obscure independent film because at your suggestion. So I'll be doing the review for that tonight. I didn't know my ex-girlfriend was on this show. Well, I'm sure a lot of people said the same thing, Danielle, because well, I don't know where I was going with that joke. So yeah, like I said, that kill was tame in comparison to a lot of the other stuff, because I know on the last time I was talking about Ash vs. Evil Dead, we were talking about a kill in the season 3, on I think the first episode of season 3, where a Deadite was crushed underneath a harp, and Ash jumped on it and sliced her open. It was crazy. It was so awesome. I would love to find a video for that, but because it's so new, I doubt that I'll be able to. But when I am able to find a video for that, beware. That's going to be showcased on Kill of the Week.
I got you, fam.
I got you, fam. It's going to be lit. Lit AF. YOLO and stuff.
You only YOLO once.
You only YOLO once, as Mr. Pruitt says. But yeah, that was the kill of the week. Season 3 is, like I said, they're on their 4th episode. 5th episode's coming this Sunday, I believe. Unfortunately, we were talking about this during the video, but unfortunately, Ash vs. Evil Dead is on Starz. It's a major premium cable network. Makes it very, 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 very hard for people to access it without pirating it, which sucks, because the reason that I was going to talk about Ash vs. Evil Dead again is it is dangerously close to being canceled, because nobody has Starz. Nobody can watch it legally, and nobody can, like, they don't see as many fans as there are. Starz doesn't see this because nobody has Starz and everybody's pirating it. So yeah, it's dangerously close to being canceled, which sucks because it's a fantastic and amazing show. It is so good. It's everything that, if you're a fan of Evil Dead and the Army of Darkness, and you're a fan of Ash Williams and the character that Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell have created and have carried on all of these years, if you're a fan of any of that, you are doing a huge disservice to yourself by not watching this show. And you're doing an even bigger disservice to the people that do watch the show and enjoy the show and want to see it continue, because it's as perfect of a show, and it's as perfect of a continuation of Evil Dead, of the Evil Dead trilogy, as it could possibly be. It's got everything. It's got outrageous, over-the-top blood and gore, as you would come to expect from Ash and Evil Dead. Over-the-top gore. Excellent acting. All of the characters are very likable. Pablo, Kelly's one of my favorite characters. She's such a badass, awesome character. Lucy Lawless as Ruby, she's incredible. I've always really liked Lucy Lawless ever since she was in the show Spartacus way back in the day on Showtime, which she was fantastic in that show too. Even though I hated her in the show because she was a huge bitch. But she was still awesome. She was a great character. But yeah, she's fantastic as Ruby. Like I said, Kelly and Pablo. Bruce Campbell is back as Ash, obviously. Chainsaw, boomstick, everything. He's got it all. The storylines alone, or the storylines also, the story of each season is just so well done. They do such a good job with each season. And like I said, unfortunately, it's dangerously close to being canceled. And if it does get canceled, that is going to be, oh, it's going to kill me because I love it so much. And also, I read something earlier, and Brandon mentioned this too. He saw the same thing that I did, that at a recent convention, I believe it was a convention, Bruce Campbell was doing a Q&A, and somebody asked him what's going to happen with Evil Dead after, or if Ash vs. Evil Dead gets canceled, what is going to happen with Ash Williams and Evil Dead? And Bruce straight up said, if Ash vs. Evil Dead gets canceled, there will likely never be any more Evil Dead, Ash Williams, anything. It's going to be dead. They're just going to kill it off and be done with it. And that is going to be a huge kick in the nuts, because I love Evil Dead. I've always loved the original trilogy. I'm a huge fan of the original trilogy. I'm a huge fan of the show. I'm a huge fan of Bruce Campbell. I actually met him when his first book came out years and years ago. I went to a book signing of his and got the chance to meet him. I told you about how me and my friend went to try to find the cabin.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, with condoms in my pocket. How we went to find the cabin. Like, I mean, I've just always been a huge fan of Evil Dead and Bruce Campbell. And if it gets canceled, like, I'll probably cry a little bit. Not really. I won't cry, but I'll probably flip a table at least. So yeah, and the thing is, like, you don't even have to pay for Stars. Like, all you have to do is, the first 2 seasons are currently on Netflix. If you haven't seen the show, season 1 and season 2 are on Netflix. Stars, you don't even really have to pay for Stars. All you have to do is wait for the 3rd season to end. It's only got 5 more episodes, I think, after this upcoming one. 5 more episodes. Get on Star's website, sign up for the free 7-day trial or whatever, binge watch all 10 episodes, and boom, you've watched it legally, you didn't pirate it, and that will register in the whatever what is that called? The Nelson ratings or whatever. That'll register in Nelson ratings that somebody else watching the show, somebody else loves it, somebody else wants it. I'm not sure either, but that's, in layman's terms, that's how it works. But anyway, if enough people do that, fuck you, Brandon. No, I'm just saying, if enough people do that,
the Nelson system is extremely outdated, and they even know it, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, well, I mean, but they still use it though, unfortunately. So, I mean, in layman's terms, that's how it does work. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but what the fuck do I know? But yeah, watch the show, watch it on Stars, download the 7-day free trial, download the app, sign up for the 7-day free trial, binge watch the last season. Like I said, the first 2 seasons are on Netflix. You can watch them if you have Netflix. Watch them for free on Netflix, and then binge watch season 3 on Stars under the 7-day trial or whatever, and hopefully it doesn't get canceled. And each episode's only a half hour long, too. So even if you do watch them all on Netflix, and then you do the 7-day trial thing on Stars, 10 episodes, it's 3 hours. It takes no time at all. And it's so good that it's no problem for me.
Your math skills are great.
What?
It's 10 episodes, a half hour each, is 3 hours.
That's right, isn't it?
5 hours.
It's some kind of hours. I'm a juggalo. I don't know math. It's 5 hours, apparently. Are you sure? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 5 hours.
Carry the one. Carry the one.
Yeah, carry the one. Yeah. We'll edit that out. Make me sound smart, Andrew.
All right.
Math has never been my strong suit. Give me a break.
Obviously.
When I started college a couple years ago, I had to take two remedial math classes because I'm so terrible at math. How I have the job that I have is fucking amazing. I don't understand it at all.
You're not a math teacher.
Well, no, I'm not a math teacher, but I have to know math to do my job.
Watch cameras.
I just wing it. Yeah, but I gotta know how to, like, count chips and everything, too. I gotta know all that shit. If anybody from work is watching, I'm good at my job.
I think we need to call them, let them know. They made a horrible hire.
Don't listen to him, work. So yeah, it's 5 hours apparently. But still, even 5 hours. The show is so good that it's nothing. Like, I could sit there and watch an entire season in 5 hours. and it only feel like 3. That's what I meant to. That's what I was trying to say. It feels like 3 hours when that's how I'm redeeming myself. So I do sound smart. I'm not good at math.
I may not be a smart man.
I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is. Jesus. So yeah, Ash vs. Evil Dead. Watch it.
That was the point.
Watch it, damn it. That was the whole point of this whole thing. I gotta catch up on comments. I'm sure somebody's talking shit about my math.
Yeah,
Other than Brandon. 10 divided by 2 is 5, buddy. Justin, you son of a bitch, you're supposed to be on my side. We're blood, damn it. 5 hours, Trav. 10 episodes, 3 hours, OMG. Oh, God. Low Rent Legend, though, found the 4-disc Critters collection at the pawn shop today. What? For real, Corey? That's awesome. Corey said that he found the 4-disc Critters collection at a pawn shop today for $1.25. That's a hell of a deal, man. That's a steal and a half.
That's right.
It's totally worth it too, especially what is the one part where we were watching it Shies that one day. Yeah. Where he shoots one of them, he's like, what the fuck?
Weapons. He's like, big deal, and he blows one away. He's like, fuck.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then he rolls away. Yeah, that's right. The Critters movies are fantastic. They're great. So yeah, we've established that my math is terrible. We've established that everybody's calling me out on it because apparently 10 divided by 2 is 5, which I know that now. Thank you, Justin, for that bit of information. Found out that Corey found an awesome, sweet deal at the pawn shop. I hope you picked it up because if you didn't, you need to tell me what pawn shop that was so I can go pick it up.
I'll give you $1 for him.
Yeah. I'll go in there and haggle with them. I'm not paying more than 75 cents for this. All right, so moving on. That was my Ash vs. Evil Dead support rant, I guess you could call it. So we're going to move on. Last week, the movie that I chose for last week, like I said, Justin, you missed last week, but the week before last, my cousin Justin said that, thank you again, Common Core. Actually, believe it or not, Corey, Common Core wasn't even a thing when I was in school, so I learned the good way, and I still suck. So yeah, a couple weeks ago, I know, Justin, that you made the suggestion a couple episodes ago that you wanted me to choose a more obscure, lower budget, lower rated horror film for the review section, the review segment of the show, and I did that. And last week you missed the reveal of the movie that I chose because you didn't watch the show. But so we're about to get into the
Last week we only had 4 watchers, not 5.
Yeah, last week there were only 4 people watching. Actually, we've been doing pretty. I got up to like 8 or 9 tonight. So, bam!
I'm here.
These nuts, suck them. Sorry about last week. I was so busy with work, I didn't get a chance. It's no big deal. I'm glad you're here now, though. I need these viewers, damn it. Otherwise, I might get canceled, too. Like Brandon said. Danielle, quote, I learned the good way, end quote. Did you, though? Bazinga. Well, apparently not. Apparently I didn't learn the good way. I learned the way that you're supposed to learn, but I just didn't learn any of it. I didn't retain any of it.
Shit.
The show's gotten out of hand. Fuck this. I need a table to flip. So anyway, Justin. The last week, the movie that I chose for last week is a more obscure decision. I took your advice, and I wanted to do something. I wanted to choose something a little bit lower budget anyway, because I have been doing a lot of the more higher budget, more Netflix budget type movies. So I wanted to do something this time a little bit lower budget, because I like low budget films. I really do. So last week I chose, but horror's not her thing. Emily tried to watch, but horror's not her thing. Well, tell Emily that it needs to be her thing. Damn it.
Or get rid of Emily.
Yeah, or, well, that's his sister. Kill her! Kill Emily! That's my other cousin.
It's the best show you've ever had.
So yeah, tell Emily that horror needs to be her thing because horror equals life. God damn it. So anyway, last episode for the movie that I chose for this week's review segment, I chose a movie called
I was gonna see if you're gonna get to it or not.
called Spirit Camp. And I know if Brandon ever watches this movie, I know he'll hate it. Oh, it's the worst movie ever. Blah blah blah.
Kind of funny.
It's a fun movie, man. It really is.
I'll talk to you off microphone.
Did you watch it?
No.
Oh, well, of course you didn't. But
I'm directing a movie in 5 weeks. Fuck you.
I'm DPing a movie in 5 weeks. So yeah, anyway, last week's episode, I chose a movie called Spirit Camp. We have a trailer set up for you. We'll play the trailer. Basically, the premise is a bunch of cheerleader-type girls go to Spirit Camp. Oh, foreshadowing of the movie title. But so they go to a spirit camp. Things go awry, and they start getting picked off one by one. So we'll play the trailer for you, and then we will talk about the movie. So here we go.
In 2 weeks, you will be competing in the Cheer Nationals. We're here to give you the tools it takes to win in that event.
Listen, you girls be good now and don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Yeah, we'll try not to knock up any strippers. We can go now. We are gonna have so much fun. Yes, we are. What was that?
That's my new move. I call it the roller coaster.
And if I get any more trouble out of you tonight, I'm calling the sheriff, and you can face criminal charges if you like.
What could you possibly lose at this point? I mean, how much more trouble could we really get in?
But what brings you out this way?
It's not exactly good news. Teddy the Butcher escaped from the palace last night. He butchered 2 teenagers. Did horrible things to the young girl. He's a killer, all right?
Hey guys, is that...
There's no serial killer running around the woods, okay? God, you girls need to stop telling those stupid ghost stories.
They're not ghost stories. For all I know, you could be the killer. And you're just luring me out here into the woods to mutilate my tight little body. I suppose you're gonna say you didn't kill Lindsay either. That she's happened to fall on a knitting needle.
This ain't one of those TV shows, you know, where you get your neat little clues, it leads you to the killer at the end of the hour. Every second one of these freak shows is out on the street, just another opportunity for him to cause trouble. You're about to get on my bad side.
Have you ever killed anyone before?
I'm sure. Like, no, I'm not a psycho.
So that was the trailer for Spirit Camp. Catch up on comments here. Danielle said I forgot about the 30-year-old cheerleaders. Yeah, they are. I was actually on the IMDb earlier today, and the one of the main ones, her. I don't think they say her name in well, I forgot you're 10 seconds behind me. I can't reference the video. One of them at the time of shooting was really was like 27. So, but they looked young enough. So, but love movies like this. I get to watch those stuck-up chicks who wouldn't give me the time of day get murdered. Jesus. Be more pathetic, Justin. God damn. God, what a downer comment that was. God. So, anyway, that was Spirit Week. Was it Spirit Week or Spirit Camp? Spirit Camp. I chose that for the last episode for this review section. I've seen the movie once before, so I honestly, to tell you the truth, I just wanted to watch it again because I liked it. So that's why I chose it for this one. Plus, it was a movie that is, like I said, more obscure, more lower rated, more low budget in comparison to the other ones that I've done, and figured that if people that watch the show do actually watch movies that I suggest and do these reviews for every week, hopefully some of you that if you did watch it, you liked it too. Because I'm getting them now that they've had 3 kids and got left for the younger. Jesus Christ. I'm not touching this. This ain't Dr. Phil, Justin. Yeah. God. So yeah, anyway, I've seen this movie once before, so I chose it hoping that somebody else that watches the show, hopefully somebody else would have checked it out as well. Hopefully you liked it too if you did. Now that it's wrecked, I have the last laugh. Dude. Yeah, that's pretty much what he's saying, Danielle. That's paraphrasing, that's pretty much word for word. So yeah, Spirit Camp, like I said before we cut to the trailer, the movie is about a group of cheerleaders that go to a spirit camp for a week, and things go badly. A slasher shows up and starts picking them off one by one. It's a fun movie. I know I asked Brandon if he watched it or not. He said no, but he said that it did look like a fun movie, but even though I know that his opinion will change once he watches it, because it's Brandon Pruitt. But, no matter the damage, I can fill the void. Good God! Jesus! If you say so, Justin. So anyway, Spirit Camp. Group of cheerleaders go to a spirit camp for a week. Typical snobby cheerleaders, you know the type. But there's one outcast cheerleader that is being forced to go to the spirit camp as part of her juvenile detention rehabilitation type thing. The outcast is played by an actress named Roxy Van Diver. She was actually really good in this movie. I really liked her a lot. One of the other cheerleaders, I guess the main bitch, I guess you could say. The main bitchy cheerleader was played by an actress named Julin. I guess that's how you say her name. But she was also very good. She played the very bitchy cheerleader type very, very well. Kind of makes you think that that's probably that might be how she acts in real life, but you know, she's probably just a really good actress, but she was really good in that role. She was actually one of my favorite characters because a lot of the stuff that she said was really funny. Same with Roxy Van Diver. She was very good too. She had some really good lines. One of the things that I really didn't like about this movie very much was the fact that, if I remember correctly, almost every single kill was done off screen. That was kind of a letdown. Yeah, I know. Almost every kill was done off screen, but there were a couple parts where, before they were killed off screen, like I know the very first kill of the entire movie, within the first minute of the movie or so, there's boobs and a kill. So that's a good movie right there. No, but within the first minute there's a kill, and even though she is killed off screen, before he kills her off screen, he hits her in like the shoulder with an axe. She's dumping blood out. The effects for the things that they did show were really good. They did a really good job on their effects. I don't know what their budget was. Obviously, watching the movie, you can tell that the movie itself was low budget. But their effects, they did a really good job on their effects, what little bit they did show. But as I said, the actual kills themselves were mostly done off screen, and then they would just show the aftermath or whatever. But you could tell that this movie was really heavily influenced by Halloween. Since we're talking about Halloween too, the movie was very heavily influenced by Halloween. Things like the killer himself wears the dark Michael Myers blue coveralls or whatever. The lake at the camp that they are at is called Loomis Lake. The camp counselor, the main camp counselor, her name is her name is Mrs. Haddonfield. I kept wanting to say Mrs. Holliston. For some reason, Holliston was in my head. But yeah, Mrs. Haddonfield. That's the name of the camp counselor. So a lot of real subtle, like, Halloween references. But yeah, the movie, kills were done off screen. The actors were, I mean, for the most part, the actors were believable. There's one character, they had a lot of, like, really good comic relief. There was a lot of really good comedy in it. One character in particular was the boyfriend of one of the cheerleaders who, he's not supposed to be there, but he snuck on, and he's got some really good one-liners. He's pretty funny. The complete opposite of what you expect a cheerleader's boyfriend to be, but he was really good. I know at one point they're getting ready to do the dirty and knock boots, and she's like, "Do you have a condom?" And he's like, "No, I don't. Let me go to my car." And then he goes to his car and he finds an old used condom in his back floorboard. And he's like, "Yep, that'll do." And he brushes it off. I'm like, really, dude? Oh, man. So yeah, it's got some really funny stuff in it. Actresses, they were all really believable. Acting wasn't the greatest at points, but for the most part, they were really believable. The killer, I'm not going to give it away who the killer was, but the very first time that I watched it, I wasn't expecting the killer to be who it was. I had an entirely different opinion as to who the killer was going to be, so they kind of came out of left field with who the killer was. So yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen Spirit Camp, if you didn't watch it this week, I would check it out. It's on Amazon Prime. It's worth the watch. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it the first time that I watched it. That's why I chose it for this review segment, so that I could watch it again, because I enjoyed it so much. If you haven't seen it, check it out on Amazon Prime. Because it's worth the watch. It's a fun movie. I was telling Brandon during the trailer that it's a fun movie. I had a lot of fun watching it. There's another movie that he did not like very much that I really enjoyed. I know. Another movie that he didn't care for very much, but I really liked it a lot. But it's kind of, that's why I told him that I doubt very seriously that, even though he said that he's going to watch the Spirit Camp, he said that, or I told him that I don't know if you'll like this one very much either because you didn't like this other one. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he will watch it and he will like it, so we'll see. But, so yeah, that was the review. Spirit Week, or Spirit Camp. God damn it. Spirit, is there a movie called Spirit Week?
I don't know. There might be.
Because that's what I keep thinking of.
But we're good at you saying, you know, you're dead awake, dead alive.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true. No matter the new Magic Squirrel show. Upbeat sad.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Danielle, new Magic Squirrel show. Upbeat sadness with Justin. Did you just say knock boots? Show that age right after your birthday. You're damn right I said knock boots. Doing the ugly. Or doing the dirty and bumping uglies.
Horizontal polka.
Yeah, the horizontal polka, according to Brandon.
I'm old.
Sheet wrestling. I like horizontal polka. That's good. Upbeat sadness perfectly describes my adult life. Okay, this is getting way too Dr. Philly. This is getting really dark. God. All right, so anyway, that was the review segment for this episode. We're going to move on into next week's movie pick for next week's review segment. This one has been on my list for a little bit. It's on Netflix. I decided to go back to another Netflix one because, I'll be completely honest, I just want to watch this movie. Movie looks really good. It's called Indigenous. It looks like a creature feature. I like creature features, so that's one of the big reasons why I wanted to watch this. What little bit that you do get to see of the creature in the trailer, it looks pretty crazy. I don't know. I know at one point they mentioned chupacabra, so I don't know if the creature in the movie is supposed to be like a type of chupacabra, or if they're just using chupacabra as a comparison to what this thing is, but I'm excited to watch the movie and see exactly what this creature is and exactly what happens to these people. Like I said, I'm a fan of creature features anyway, so, and this has been on my list for a long time. It's just I never got around to watching it. Haven't gotten around to watching it yet. So I'm finally going to watch it this week. So we'll play the trailer for you for that. Like I said, it's called Indigenous. It looks pretty crazy. So here's the trailer for next week.
Hi everyone, we are safely in Panama. We're having a great time.
This place is in the middle of nowhere. Go check in, the bar is waiting. This is why we're here, boys. Surfing and women.
Nice to join you.
Amazing growing up and traveling the world with such an awesome group of friends. That's really cute. You guys enjoying Panama so far? We're thinking about visiting that waterfall tomorrow. We can't go there, guys.
Why would they say it's off limits? It's totally safe.
Let's do this. Guys, check it out. Wow. This place is paradise.
¿Qué fue eso?
We're hearing screaming. We gotta get out of here. Everybody calm down, alright?
We can't stay here by ourselves. It's gonna be dark soon.
We can't just leave. None of this looks familiar. There's something out there. The chupacabra is not human or animal. It's like a demon. Chupacabra.
So yeah, that was the trailer for Indigenous. That's the movie that I chose for next week for the review segment. Like I said, you can find it on Netflix. Trailer looks kind of creepy. It looks kind of outrageous and nuts. Like I said, the small little tiny bit that you do get to see the creature, the chupacabra, whatever this creature is, it looks pretty scary. And also, if you look at if you Google the movie and you find, I know that there's I know we had a graphic. I don't know if you put the graphic up yet or not, but a graphic for this movie it's like the poster or whatever. If you look closely in the poster down at the bottom, there's the graphic. If you Google this movie Indigenous and look at that graphic and zoom in on it a little bit, you can get a little bit closer look at the creature there at the bottom of the poster. But like I said, it's been on my list for a while. I've been meaning to watch it. I just haven't got around to it, so I'm going to use this show as a reason to make me finally watch it. So that's the movie that I chose for next week. I hope you guys watch it too, so we can talk about it next week. Like I said, this is the 7th episode. We're getting close to episode 10. If you guys can think of anything special that you might want to see on a 10th episode, I'd like to make it big. I'd like to do something kind of cool and crazy for it, but we'll see what happens. But if you come up with any ideas, shout them out. Are you zooming in on it? Yeah, there you go. Like, you can kind of see the monster just a little bit. I can't wait to actually see the real thing in the movie. Oh, man, I know what movie I should do for, this is, okay, I'm going to go off subject for a second, but another movie that I highly recommend now that we're talking about monsters, highly recommend. Please, I think it's on Amazon too, actually, come to think of it. It's a movie, and it's just called Monster, or The Monster. Is that what it's called? Have you seen The Monster?
The Monster, yeah.
Oh, man, it is so good. So good. If you get a chance, like I said, Indigenous is on Netflix. Watch this, and if you get a chance, hop on Amazon and watch The Monster, because that movie is crazy good.
Prove Views approved.
Yeah, Prove Views approved. The Monster. You heard it here. The Monster is very, very good. Also, another movie, talking about monsters again, another movie.
Animal's good too.
Animal? I don't think I've seen that, actually. Apparently, Brandon says another movie called Animal is very good. I haven't seen it. I'll have to look for it, though, because now I'm curious. But another movie that I was going to suggest is, you all know that I love found footage. A movie called The Monster Project. I don't know if you've seen that yet or not. That movie was great too. It's found footage. It's about this group of people, these documentary filmmakers or whatever, and they put an ad on Craigslist. If you are a true monster, get in touch with us. We would like to interview you for a film documentary or whatever. And they get all of these hits. They get all these responses from like a werewolf, a vampire, a demon, I think, if I remember right, and something else. But it was a great movie. It was a really good movie. So if you get a chance, watch Indigenous for next week's review segment, and then watch The Monster on Amazon because it's awesome, and watch Monster Project, which I believe also is on Amazon or something. Just look for it somewhere. You'll find it. So yeah, I think that's going to do it. Oh, wait, hold on. I got comments to catch up on. It still won't be better than Ginger Snaps as far as creature flicks go. I try, just can't find better than that. Better for that particular subgenre. Would you like to weigh in?
I commented.
Did you comment?
Yeah.
Ginger Snaps isn't even that good looking of a werewolf. Well, here we go. Here's gonna be a Maury argument on my in the comments. When did this movie come out? When did this movie come out? There was a game not long ago, I can't remember the name, that centered around Chupacabra. That's kind of obscure to hear about in media so close together. I think the game is maybe 2 or 3 years old. I don't know exactly when this movie came out, Danielle. I want to say that it was like 2015 or 16. I think that's what Netflix said. I can't think of what game you're talking about. Like a video game? I can't think of what game you're talking about that had to do with Chupacabra.
It's a Mexican legend.
Yeah, I mean, it's Mexican legend. I think this movie takes place in like some sort of some sort of Mexican town or something.
That was in Dead Red Redemption, the downloadable content. That's all I remember.
The Western Red Dead Redemption. Yeah. Maybe that's what you're thinking. Maybe you're thinking of Red Dead Redemption, Danielle. Which, oh man, that's a great game.
The downloadable content had a whole bunch of Yetis, everything.
Are you talking about the horror? Yeah. I never played. I need to play that, man. I wanted to so bad. Do you? Yeah, I have the actual game. I just never got the DLC.
DLC upstairs.
Do you? Oh, I might have to take that. Favorite creature feature ever for me is Digging Up the Marrow. Oh, Justin. I'm really kind of surprised that you've seen that movie, to be honest. But yeah, Digging Up the Marrow is fantastic. That's my boy Adam Green. Adam Green at his best. Digging Up the Marrow really is a fantastic film. Adam Green did a hell of a job on that movie. I actually bought that movie when I was in Massachusetts a few years ago. In 2015, we went up to Massachusetts for a convention that we vended at. Me, Roman, and Andrew actually went up to this convention in Massachusetts and we vended at, and Adam Green was there, and I met him, and I bought Digging Up the Marrow, and I've got autographed signed copy of Digging Up the Marrow on Blu-ray. It's a fantastic movie. Like I said, I'm really surprised that you've seen that, Justin. For no reason in particular. I just am. But yeah, that's a great movie. That's another movie, folks. If you haven't seen Digging Up the Marrow, check that one out too, because it's awesome. It wasn't that. I'll get back to you on it. Bruh, I'm a movie buff as well as a game buff. Yeah, well, I guess that's true. Alright, so, anyway, I'm caught up on content, or on comments now, so we're at hour 20. I think that's a good time to wrap this show up. Be sure to check out Indigenous for next week. Before I do go, got to do my final plugs. You can find Magic Squirrel Network on Magic Squirrel Network Facebook page. You can find us there, magicsquirrelnetwork.com. You can find old videos, archived videos, archived audio versions of all of these podcasts: Diabolical Index, Heckles and Horror, Pointless Discussions, Juice in the Morning. Anamon Kai is coming. So I said it right. Wow. Yes. Anamon Kai is coming to Magic Squirrel Network soon. That show is on Wednesdays, right? They pre-record Anamon Kai and they air it on Wednesdays. Pointless Discussions on Thursdays at 10. Correct? Pointless Discussions Thursdays at 10-ish. As with this show. Pointless Discussions Thursdays at 10. Juice in the Morning on Saturdays at 1 p.m. Diabolical Index. Diabolical Index Mondays at 9-ish. And Heckles and Horror Tuesdays 10-ish. And like I said, Animonkai, anime, manga, kaiju, whatever all that stuff is. They talk about it. I don't know what any of it is, but they do. So tune into that if you like that stuff. Also, you can find us on SoundCloud, iTunes. I believe we're at, what, like 5 now. We're at between now and a few more weeks. I don't know the exact weeks or whatever, but if you go to iTunes, like and subscribe us, we'll get into the top 10 hottest podcasts or whatever. Do that, because that'd be awesome to get into that list. People will be able to find us a lot easier because we'll just be right there, popped up, top 10 on the front page. So do that. SoundCloud, Twitch, Mixer, anywhere else you listen to podcasts, you can find us all there. Be sure to check out
YouTube as well.
Yeah, YouTube as well. Be sure to go to Magic Squirrel Network /H&H, spelled out HANDH, to check out all of Heckles and Horror's old archived videos and audio. Also, there's a link on that section of the website, a link to the Cinematic Reality Indiegogo page. Be sure and check that out. Like I said earlier, we've got that new perk, DVD Blu-ray combo, signed script, disposable camera, one of a kind, 11x17 poster, special thanks in the credit. Check that out. Like and share the Cinematic Reality page. Check me out on Instagram at Mr. TJ Dubsky. Magic Squirrel Network on Instagram at Magic Squirrel Network. Studio 605 on Instagram at Studio 605. Check us out. Check Studio 605 out on Facebook. Just check out Studio 605. Also Cinematic Reality. Nobody else does these promos, so I gotta do them all. And a whole bunch of other stuff. So check them all out and go like them and stuff. And I'll see you next week on Heckles and Horror. As always, I'm your host, TJ. Thanks to my special guest and his off-screen shittiness, Mr. Brandon Pruitt.
My pleasure.
And as always, my off-screen counterpart, Mr. Andrew Moore. Thank you very much for all that you do, man. See you next week, guys, on Heckles and Horror.
The squirrel was magic!